Don't ask back for anything. And you will go to heaven when you die. After they beat you and put you in prison and torture you, they give you heaven as a reward for bearing all this suffering. And those that have wealth now have no place in heaven. So why didn't they stay poor and go to heaven if heaven was such a nice place that do exist? And people will never understand that we've been fooled and tricked. There's no such place to go when you die. Nobody knows what happened to the spiritual part of a man when he dies. Only the Creator, Elohim, knows. Whoever tells you that when you die where you will go, he need help, mental help, or he's a fool. So all these are tricks and brainwash. We have been colonized big time. Then they created hell, which is a state of mind, because Google do not have direction to go to hell. So how come hell exists and there is no way you can find it? How come Satan exists and you cannot find where Satan live or where he reside? These are state of mind, because the spirit of evil live in every person, and the spirit of the Creator live in every person. Every evil that one person do, the other person is capable of doing the same evil. And every good that a person do, the other person is capable of doing the same good. Good and evil dwell in hell, live in. Hell and heaven is a created place, created by colonizers. They created hell to make you live in fear and control your brain, that you obey them. They told you that when you live in poverty and take beating and whipping and punishment, and you have to respect your slave master, when you die, when they kill you, you will go to heaven. But they didn't want to go to heaven, so they robbed the gold and the riches and told you that if you steal, you will go to hell. So they choose hell and teaches you to go to heaven. They were so nice, isn't it? They whip you, put you in chains, prison, torture you, slave you, and told you that you will go to heaven when they do all this and you die. They are so sweet, the slave masters, and they choose to steal everything from you and rape and kill, and they will go to hell. But why would they choose hell? And it's a burning fire and you will burn forever. But they choose heaven for the people that they enslave. People, you need to think logically. So after all of this, they created Jesus, because they wasn't going to have it where the Messiah, who was that white with blue eye and blonde hair, get worship. So they changed his appearance. Everything about him was colonized, where he came from, his identity. So they made him into a white man, because the whole idea of this, that when slavery was over, they're making sure that the young black people would not retaliate against white people for enslaving their foreparents. So when they see that white people, they would not hurt them, because they would say, this is our master, our God, our Christ. We cannot hurt his relatives, because he looks like them, so they are relatives. So that's why they change his identity and everything about him and make him into a white man. So that is why we have this white Christ. And they put it in African people DNA. They make them live in church building, calling on this name. They teach their children coming down unto this day. And you cannot get it out of the African descendant mind that Jesus is not God and he was a white man. They believe this unto their grave, and they give him worship. But the thing is that they worship him and live into church buildings, sleep in there, roll on the ground, said that they are in spirit of the Lord. But this Lord and Jesus do not have no spirit to give to no one, because he was a man. He was a regular man that they painted. So Leonardo da Vinci painted this image, because Jesus is a made-up thing, never existed. And the 12 people that they told you was disciples, that was on either side of this painting. There were 12 prisoners from a local prison. There wasn't no evangelist or no missionary or there were no good people. They were prisoners. So we have been tricked. People, we need to decolonize our mind. This painting has done so many damage to African people and the Caribbean, because even this day, some of them still have this painting in their home, calling upon it, which is idolatry. And they make sure that nobody know the name Yeshua. None of the new generation don't know that name. That name been erased from history. And none of this been taught in school or in news media. It has kept secret, where they changed the Messiah from Yeshua to Jesus. and make the world believing in this white Christ, which was only a painting done by Leonardo da Vinci 10 years before Columbus set sail to the Caribbean. He took that painting and that was enough weapon to destroy black people's minds and making them focusing on the wrong Messiah as a brain-controlled substance. They are antidote for every sickness and poison except for religion. Religion has destroyed the world because there is nothing good about religion. More than hate and bitterness and hunger, each religion hate the other one because they can never be in one accord. So it's only create hate and bitterness. There's nothing good about it. Nothing good about religion. Religion was created to control people's minds. Once you control the people's mind, you do not need the armed force or the police force. As for the police force, it was created in England in the 19th centuries. Created to control slave people. And unto this day, police brutality is still directed to black folks. You don't need magnifying glass to see it. You could see it every day. Where it direct abuse to black people worldwide. Because that's what it was designed for. Police force created in England to control slave people. And to this day, they brutalize black people, the police force, because it was designed to do that. And we have been tricked, and we do not know these things because they are not in history books. They have been hidden, swept under the rug, and the new generation do not know these things. And the God of eternal have pity upon our new generation that they will know that these wickedness did happen to our ancestors. That they did not treat fairly, they were robbed and beaten and abused and brainwashed. Their spirituality was taken from them. And Christianity adopts spirituality because Jesus called upon Moses and Elijah and they came forth and they were dead according to the Bible. And yet they accuse African as necromancy and witchcraft. But the Christians were doing the same thing. Samuel went to the witch to seek help to raise up Elijah. They were doing the same thing, but they call African witchcraft and wickedness. But they are no different. People get wisdom. People get wisdom. We have been colonized. When the European and the Arabs went on the Atlantis slave trade, they both brought the Bible and the Quran, and that's what they used to colonize African people. They did not need anything more than those two books. They teach us that you should suffer hunger and nakedness on earth, for there is the kingdom of heaven. They teach you that you should be poor. That's the criteria to go to heaven. But the thing is, why didn't they keep that secret of heaven for themselves? A street of gold, a place where you cannot die, where you live forever, and you be with the Creator. Milk and honey flowing, street made of gold. Imagine you walking on gold, and here you can't even buy a gold chain or a gold watch, and you're gonna have gold under your feet, and they